Today we have various talented musicians we're going to speak to and watch them perform. As I mentioned, you just saw DJ Rugged One. And right now we're going to speak to the man Bojah. We have Bojah in studio. Thank you for coming, Bojah. Thanks for joining us. So why don't we just get started and learn a little bit about you, where you're from, what you've been doing, what kind of music do you do?
Well, you know, I live here in Boston. I've been here for almost a decade now. But originally I'm from the Midwest, come from the land of Prince,
yes.
You know, Minneapolis.
My favorite.
And but it's too cold out there. Even Prince had to go somewhere else. So although he still has a studio there, Paisley Park's still there. But I moved out to the East Coast, and I kind of like the faster pace and a little more flavor. And I don't know, just kind of, that's where I ran into my Motley crew, which is now the band, The Insurrection. And we've been doing that for, actually we just celebrated 10 years with the band.
Really? Okay, I was going to ask how long have you been here? So it's been about 10 years or so?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of, it's kind of like fusion music, you know, just a lot of different styles of black music, from funk, rock, blues, jazz, reggae, hip-hop, and just try to put it all together. And really, it's kind of more about the message than than the sound, to kind of mix it up.
You've also traveled. You've performed worldwide on various stages.
Yeah, it's been interesting. One of the more interesting ones was in Cuba. It became a kind of a controversy because you know, there's been laws restricting travel for U.S. citizens to go to Cuba. And, I didn't get a license from the State Department to go down there, and yet I performed at, it was an international hip-hop festival. And you know, people may not know that there's like a hip-hop scene in Cuba. It's really vibrant.
I've actually been to Cuba too.
Yeah,
so I know
you have. So, and you know, they're really big on just learning and speech and like poetry, so the fact that there'd be a hip-hop scene isn't really surprising. Like kids from five years on up can recite poetry on the spot. You know?
And even if you don't speak Spanish, like you can still feel the passion in the music. So you speak about music with a message. So how would you describe your message? I mean, we're gonna hear it, but how would you
know, it's kind of in the title of the band, Bojah and the Insurrection. I kind of call it insurrection music. You know, kind of, Bob Marley's a big influence, so rebel music, you know.
So I was going to say your influences are, you said Bob Marley.
Yeah, Bob Marley probably was the first for me, but I love funk, so Sly and the Family Stone, really, and then of course hip-hop, growing up in this era. Public Enemy was a major influence, so a lot of that. Gil Scott-Heron, I'd want to give him a shout. He was a major influence on me. And
he just passed away.
Yeah, he just passed away. And for those who aren't familiar with his work, I really encourage you to pick up his albums, Google him. He's the guy who's famous for the poem called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." And yeah, that was kind of like, I felt that like when MJ passed, it was kind of like, hit me just as heavy. I wrote this song called "Rubber Bullet" actually about 10 years ago, about an incident that happened in Cincinnati. This young kid, 19 years old, black youth, was killed in Cincinnati. He was running from the police, but he was unarmed, and the only thing that they wanted him for was unpaid parking tickets. So the community really was in uproar, but there was like, they instituted a curfew for 3 days and arrested like 800 people. And during one of the peaceful protests, they fired rubber bullets and metal-filled beanbags on the protesters. And that just happened in Oakland around the Occupy Wall Street movement. And
thank you. And now we're going to hear from Bojah.
Rubber bullet in a beanbag, yeah. Rubber bullet in a beanbag, yeah. Rubber bullets don't bounce like a basket, bow, yeah. Rubber bullet in a beanbag, y'all. Rubber bullets and bean bags. Body bag for Timothy Thomas. Cincinnati. Cincinnati Tunnel rose from chains, streets in flames. Rubber bullet for democracy. Rubber bullet is hypocrisy. Rubber bullets don't bounce like a basketball. Yeah. Rubber bullet in a beanbag, y'all. Rubber bullets for this rubber room we call freedom. A kind of gender violence. Beanbags to kick back, relax to the beating of the trigger. Rubber bullets for all the little children. Rubber bullet is seasoned now. Rubber bullet was a sequel now. Rubber bullets don't bounce like a basketball, yeah. Rubber bullet in a beanbag, y'all. Rubber bullet is the season now. Rubber bullet was the reason now. Rubber bullets don't bounce like a basketball, yeah. Rubber bullet in a beanbag, y'all. Rubber bullets don't bounce back like an enraged people on the march. Rubber bullets don't demand justice and equal rights. But can you bounce with me, bounce with me? But can you bounce with me, bounce with me? Oakland, bounce with me, bounce with me. Come on. Yeah.
What's up, guys? Glad to have you in the house.
It's an honor.
Yes,
sir.
We got the purple connection going on over here. I see.
You already know. You already know.
So why don't y'all introduce yourselves and tell the world what you do.
I'm Strobe of the IW crew, and I rhyme, produce. You know what I mean? Amongst other things, but basically that's what I'm here for. So I rhyme and produce. This is my man right here.
This is Essex, a raw Essex, some people know me by. I am a resident MC of the IW crew. I also produce, but, right now I'm taking a back seat and focusing more on my writing. Strobe's focusing more on the production.
All right. All right. So how long you been doing your thing?
We've been rapping forever since we were little kids.
Yeah, since I was like 15. I've been rapping since I was like 15, and the beats maybe like 12, 11 years, something like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what made you want to decide to rap? It seems like you got a lot of stuff going on. So, how'd you discover you had this talent?
I mean, it started with me as being a fan, you know what I mean? Just trying something out new, I guess, when I was like in 7th grade. I was already a fan of Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. I know I always say that, but that's what it is, man. You know, Tribe Called Quest, stuff like that. Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, and it started off really listening to that stuff right there.
Beating on the tables.
On the tables, yeah,
cool.
definitely that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Really started it off.
Drum beats. Moving back.
And then somebody will freestyle, and then you kick your little freestyle, and then what happens is you get the crowd around you in the lunch table, then you're all right. If the crowd's around you.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where it stems
So that's
from.
basically what was going on.
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of gravitated towards y'all at the lunch table.
I mean, we didn't go to the same school.
High school, nah.
We always had to meet up after
Really?
school to get stuff done.
Oh, okay.
We
So
lived in
y'all
the
been
same
friends for a long
neighborhood, so,
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we lived across the street from each other, so we was able to link up through graffiti. Through graffiti and
Another
video
element,
games is how we linked
Graffiti
up.
and video games is kind of how y'all
Yeah.
were introduced
But
to
it
each
was
other.
it was the graffiti that really drove us to be better at the other elements of hip hop too. Like we dabble in all the elements. I mean, I can't say I can scratch.
Do you
Nah, I
dance?
can't.
You
But-
B-boys?
I mean,
I might mess around a little bit, not on camera,
Okay.
but all the
Inspired.
graffiti writers and breakdancers, writers and
sir.
fighters and the b-boys in the city. We always been more b-boys than anything.
Oh, for real?
We come
Okay.
from that aesthetic of hip hop. That the core, I would say.
Nice. Okay. So I know you're gonna get into some songs tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna get into we're gonna do a little medley, for you.
Cool. We're looking forward to that. But first, before we get into you actually doing songs, why don't you tell us about where you're at in your career now, your rap career, and where it's at right now, where you see it going in the future.
Man, honestly, I can see I can see me and Strobe going straight to the top of the game. We keep it real first and foremost. We don't play around. We don't lie in our lyrics, none of that crazy stuff. It's just pure hip hop. Second of all, we do our own production. I mean, that's just an art that is like, no one makes their own beats anymore. So the fact that we still make our own beats, you know what I'm saying? We focus on our stage show and the clarity when we perform.
We got our own videographer.
Why don't you talk about your videos?
We do our own videos. Yeah, we got our own videographer. He's actually in the crew. It's actually Strobe's little brother.
Big
You know
up
what I'm
DU
saying?
Films.
DU Films. That's our video component of Dorchester University is actually the name of the label. So DU Films is actually, he's doing really good. He got videos for Ed OG. He's doing videos for A-Lads, other artists in the city. But I mean, he's our videographer. So
Right. And so
holla at us.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, okay.
But yeah, he's good money right there. That's the dude, you know. And we focus on that. We want to give you a visual component to almost everything we do. So we try to throw a little stuff on YouTube. We got a little joint Strobe in the lab right on YouTube.
Making a beat, just did like
You know
2
what I'm
days
saying?
ago.
Just, you know,
Check that out.
We try to give you a little insight to everything we do. So,
Okay.
you know, that's the move right there. But yeah, from here, where we at now, if you need us, TV land, you want some lyrics or some beats, holla at us. Yo, we
Right
always
here.
down to work
Yep,
with everybody, you know. So that's what it is.
Okay, well, why don't we get into what you got right now? You're going to do a couple of songs for us, so we're going to get into it right now. Stay tuned. You're going to check it out live, Strobe Essex, right now on Soulkore Sessions on MATV.
Man, I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right. Middle finger to missed opportunities. Back to the lab, just like truancy. Man, I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right. Middle finger to missed opportunities. Yo, let me drop a bracelet, leave a chain behind. It's a roll, I came to flip it with a change design. Strobe will illustrate the beat, but I paint the lines. You see every performance polished, we was made to shine. Yeah, so raise your glass to the graduating class. Lyrics of cock diesel, leave them furious and fast. The spiritual successor of the ghost of rap past. So get your stuff together, all have the last laugh. This isn't conscious, this ain't gangster. This is the spirit of the earth making love to Mother Nature. You see me getting busy, chasing after the paper, but when you start to catch up, that's when people will start to hate you. I've been on a super grind, let's get the cake. I'm new to the sugar free and now I'm losing weight, getting skinny. The industry has got me losing faith, so I run in the rat race and any elusive pace. Cause I've been, man, I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right. Middle finger to missed opportunities. I'm headed right back to the lab just like truancy. Cause I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right. Middle finger to missed opportunities. Big up to IW, we shine just like jewelry.
You never heard rhymes and choruses like this. Strobe is the nicest since Horace the nicest. I make it hurt like torture devices, but it still feels good, so of course you gon' like it. But this ain't a game like Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right. When I hit rappers with the force of a lightning strike, we shine like gems, you never seen ice as bright as my performance when I'm scorching that mic device. So cut all the hating and all this talking. When you know my crew, we shimmer like the hardest carbon. And we black in the cold, worth more than platinum and gold. Only because we the most lyrical squad in Boston. And I entertain my rhymes better than the movie. I smoke the jade green eyes redder than the ruby. And if you ever wonder why, rather choose me, it's my rhymes that truly make me shine like jewelry.
Cause I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right. Middle finger to missed opportunity.
We heading right back to the lab, it's like truancy.
Man, I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right.
Middle finger to missed opportunity. Big up to IW, we shine just like jewelry. Shame on her
who tried to run game. I done been hated on, I don't have to name names. I'm the true artifact, big up to L and Tame. On the elevated flat, burning L's in the rain.
Let's do it.
They say my culture was created by the ancients. I'm on another level, buy a ticket to my spaceship. So I know you're gonna hate as soon as I arrange this. I sit down and eat MCs, obscure or famous. I tried to listen, but you all get the same. All the swag in the world can't save you from a lame disc. Fake pretty boys, welcome to my city, boy. Even got them old timers listening to pretty noise. I feel rejoiced like I'm sitting in the first pew. I snuck in the game, kinda like we got a curfew. You hear me, boy? You hating on my city like imagine what my hustle like.
Cause I've been up all night, trying to get this thing right. Middle finger to missed opportunity. We heading right back to the lab, it's like truancy. Man, I've been up all night,
trying to get this thing right.
Middle finger to missed opportunity. Big up to IW, we shine just like jewelry.
Who could be fresh? Who could be lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word? Who could be fresh? Who could be lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word?
Who you know fresher than Strobe, riddle me that. If you ever imitated this, your it should be whack. If you ever went against my flow, you wouldn't win. And if you ever try to test my brain, it'll react. Now who you know that's better than my team? Nobody. This the life, my this is no hobby. And this is no overnight success, so don't throw the mic to just any old body. Nope. Just put it in professional hands. My profession's blessing the mic in any session I land in. We everywhere, no matter which direction you pan. And if you looking for the best, then it's no question I am him. Which means I'm greater than and you're less than. And I'm positive and you're guessing. That's why we don't listen to their suggestions. The answer to the riddle is me. And here's the question.
Who could be fresh? Who could be lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word? Who could be fresh? Who could be lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word?
Let me tell you something. And I didn't come to lay the swag out. I'm a leading pitcher, man. Give you a bad out. Ready to slap a stupid person with their hand out. I have the grand scheme. I keep my rap life planned out. I stay camped out, meaning amongst the trees. The best smoke comes on a boat from overseas. The best dope comes out my speakers, so send a tweet. Visit my page, control, see my properties. I'm making more paper, controlling more properties. These whack dudes made the rap game a mockery. Rappers and POP don't even want to talk to me. So close your ears, punk, cause I'ma keep rocking. Saw you on stage, boy, thought you was sleepwalking. I'm Sharper's attack, son, nicknamed be Steve Hawking. Dopeness created often, and when rappers step, we off them. I bring them back in my image,
my team is finna lock it.
Who could be fresh?
Who could be lyrical?
Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word? Who could be fresh? Who could be lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word?
Who could be the most astonishing? Well, you're looking at him, doing things with hooks and patterns that you couldn't fathom.
Getting up and at 'em, lyrics deeper than the chasm. Professor of cool, I create players like Madden.
We purveyors of rap and pressure the mayor and captain and make you see shit differently like a ray of refraction.
We getting papers without bankers or taxes. Every time we hit the stage, there's a major reaction.
Yeah, and we raising the bar cause we the favorite attraction. We in the back sipping liquor and blazing Alaskan.
We true soldiers decorated in medals and patches, whipping the Death Star and donning the finest fabric.
Mine's is backwards for even trying to master this. Mostly all got swagger beneath rhyming practice.
Can't even write a passage when what I write a smashing.
When I write a smashing,
you might get smacked for asking.
Who could be fresh?
Who could be
lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical?
Who could be nice?
Who could be beautiful? Who could be word? Who could be fresh? Who could be lyrical? Who could be dope? Who could be musical? Who could be nice? Who could be beautiful? Who could be word?
Word.
And if you can tell us where you're from and what do you do as far as battles you've been in or different DJ workshops or anything you've done?
Oh yeah, sure. Wow, I've been DJing for like about 17 years. I've been in like DMC, ITF, what else? Cool Mix, ITF, DMC, local battles, here and there, all that type of stuff. Yeah.
All right, and you forgot to let people know where you teach.
Thank you, Nomadic. I've been teaching. Let me see. I teach at Scratch Academy. It's going to be like about December will be a year. And I've been there, very blessed. Shouts to JMJ, rest in peace, and to the staff at Scratch DH Academy for sure. And yeah, it's been a blessing for sure.
Okay. And you didn't say where it was. Scratch Academy is in Brooklyn, right? All right.
Well, it's actually, we have 3 locations. It's in New York, Miami, and LA, and I understand we have one in Jamaica as well.
All right, give it up for Rugged One. He's going to take us out. Thank you again, Soulkore Sessions number 7. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon. Peace.
I don't need no fast peas, mo.